Exterior Outback Day.
I'm sorry, my friends. I didn't want to stop you when you were having such a fine time. But this is an emergency. Your house is all on fire. And if we do not rise up now, all this will turn to ashes.
The vast outback shows the lay of the land which is involved in this story. It is majestic, seemingly unspoiled. A dead sheep decays beside a small creek in which float several dead fish. Interior, City Legal Office Day. Al, late 20s, a perfectly groomed lawyer that has winner written all over her, leans menacingly over a desk with her arms spread.
You need to let this one go. They're on the ropes. It's up to us to land the killer punch.
Reveal Jill, 40s, sophisticatedly dressed to reassure, rises up from her seat. Al stands erect and they face each other. It is a Mexican standoff. Jill avoids Al's gaze.
We'll get back to this after Christmas.
Al reveals a wide smile. Cut to exterior Main Street in town day. The town is hot and dusty with a look of having seen better days. Paint is peeling off a building opposite. Ben's 60s baseball cap. Maggie's 60s bright red dyed hair, bright green frock. They are at the front of a protesting crowd. All wear red t-shirts labelled Broken Hill Trade Union Choir and carry signs. Ben's sign is the only one an artist could make. They poison our water for money. Bystanders watch the trade union choir line up. Ape, 40s, an impressionable good-for-nothing, is at the front of the bystanders.
Piss off, why don't ya?
Maggie peers at Ape.
Think of your family, especially the little ones. Sign the petition, help us stop this.
Ben looks bored until Ape steps forward and grabs the sign from Ben. Ape breaks the pole holding the sign over his thigh and throws the sign to the ground. Maggie lunges forward towards Ape. Ape stares Maggie down. Ben picks up the sign and holds it against his chest. Ape strolls away smiling.
Piss off back to the fucking retirement village.
Leaning against a post on the opposite side of the road is Jake, 40s, a cowboy from a past era. Ape walks past Jake, who palms him a handful of notes.
Y'all done real good there.
Ape walks off with a grin. Ben picks up the sign and looks at Maggie.
Do we need to do this?
Too many fuckers round here with their fingers in the pie.
Ben looks pained. Interior squash court day. Al in her squash gear slams the squash ball with all her might as Meg, early 20s, a bit shabby in her overall appearance, rushes to the ball speeding off the wall. Meg falls on her face in attempting to get the ball. Al looks satisfied at her win.
You don't stop till there's a kill.
Al offers Meg a hand. Exterior Main Street further along day. The mayor, 50s, a Kubra hat and the look of a man who owns his town, smiles as he looks into a busy shop outside where miners line up and wait to purchase. Fred, 50s, comb over hair, dressed like an awkward country accountant, is in front of his accountancy office.
I bet more money in town these days.
Told him I'd get things moving, didn't I?
Exterior Main Street day. The choir, except Ben, look excited and wait in formation to march. The mayor stands nearby.
Let's make some noise.
Raise your banners high, strength to strength and line by line. Unity must never die. Raise your banners high.
The mayor yells into his phone, holding a finger in one ear.
Brad, send some troops to the main street. We've got shit stirrers.
The choir is loud and approaches the town centre. Bystanders show mixed reactions, some cheer, some boo. Suddenly, 6 male and female cops sprint round the corner to block the road in a line with batons and shields. The choir comes to a silent halt. Behind the 6 cops is the sergeant, 40s and with an unusually long nose. He yells into a megaphone.
You lots, break up. Get off home. Now!
You piss off home.
You need a permit for this, you know.
Why don't you keep that big fucking nose out of our business?
The sergeant looks at Maggie, not sure how to take the remark.
You asked for it.
He signals and the cops move to the front of the choir. Maggie kicks one in the shin. A policewoman whacks Maggie on the arm with her baton. Ben drops his sign and moves forward, pushing the policewoman back. A cop whacks Ben in the front of his head and opens a gash. Blood streams. There is a moment of chaos as the cops grab Maggie and Ben. Chaos subsides as Maggie and Ben are escorted away.
The rest of yous get off home.
Interior police station counter, afternoon. Ben has a plaster on his bruised head. Maggie is holding her painful arm. The sergeant hands Ben his mobile phone and gives him a pen and piece of paper.
Make it quick.
Ben opens the phone and goes to contacts. He writes down a number on the piece of paper and gives his phone back to the sergeant.
Use the phone over there.
Ben starts to press the numbers.
Hi, Pet. It's me. Yeah, been better. In jail.
He holds the phone away from his ear and smiles at Maggie and raises his eyebrows.
A bit of a protest. Assault. Oh, just Maggie. You can't, are you sure? Anyway, it's not a big deal. It's not as if it's a capital offence. Yeah, you look after yourself.
Ben looks disappointed as he hangs up the phone.
Bugger.
What's up?
She said she'll organise a local lawyer.
Interior police station meeting room night. Ben and Maggie eat from containers with plastic forks. Babs, 60s, wide smile and modestly dressed, is seated opposite and a policewoman is standing at the door.
Thanks for this. Couldn't stomach what they had on offer.
Did you speak to Al?
Yeah. She's not coming.
Give me her number.
Interior, expensive-looking restaurant night. Al, Jill and Meg are seated round a table and read the menus. Al's phone rings and she picks it up from the table.
Al here. Babs, how are you?
Al gets up and strides to the corner of the room. Jill observes while Al has a short and tense conversation. Al returns and puts the phone on the table.
Back in a minute.
Al heads off in the direction of the toilets.
Give me that.
Meg hands Al's phone to Jill, who quickly keys in a 4-digit password.
So that's why we all have the same password.
Jill smiles as she presses the call.
Hi, Babs. I'm a friend of Al. She looked a little upset. I see. No, leave it with me.
Jill ends the call and gives the phone to Meg, who puts it back on the table as Al arrives, smiles and sits.
I just had a word with Babs. What's it with you not going home? I've contacted a local lawyer who'll look after him. In this practice, we are all family. If you treat your dad like that, becoming a partner in this firm may be a long way off. Al, it's not all about winning.
Al closes her eyes and nods gently. Interior police station counter, morning. The sergeant leans over the counter and reads the newspaper. He looks relaxed with his morning. Through the front door walks Al, wearing her business suit. She pulls a small suitcase and has a laptop bag slung over one shoulder. The sergeant's jaw has dropped at the oncoming sight. He stands up straight and puts his hair in place.
Can I help?
Al shows the sergeant the screen of her mobile. The sergeant reads the details of Al's legal position.
Ben and Maggie, where are they?
The sergeant looks disappointed. His relaxed morning has just ended. Interior police station meeting room, morning. Ben and Maggie sit at one side of the table as the sergeant and Al enter. Al lets go of her suitcase, quickly puts her laptop on the table and rushes to Ben. She hugs him, then starts to inspect under the plaster on his head.